This is Ryan from Behind Eyes Gaming, and I just have a quick little video here going over some ways that you can utilize the new passive trees that are going to come out for the Atlas in order to make some quick currency in the beginning of a new league, specifically in the beginning of this upcoming league. And I am going to just go through a few of my favorite ways that you'll be able to, with very little investment, very little experience, quickly and easily make a good amount of currency. Some of these will even work in solo self-found. Not the first one though. So let's get into the first one, which is right here. Also, first time here, or if you want to see future content, don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, let's get into it. The first one I want to talk about is in Glenack Cairns. It is twice tempted and tamper proof. And these are actually strongbox mods, which people might overlook because, well, strongboxes aren't considered a particularly powerful mechanic when compared to things like Delirium and Legion and all of that kind of fun, profitable stuff. But there was an old strategy for getting a lot of 6 links very early on in the league, and that was using monstrous treasure to put everything into strongboxes and then rolling them and corrupting them all. This takes out the middleman, and it gives you an extra strongbox, and then strongboxes in an area have 10% chance to be openable a second time, and the second one, tamper proof, as strongboxes in the area are corrupted, and strongbox in areas are at least rare. So that means you don't need to roll them, you don't need to corrupt them, so you don't need a bunch of all orbs, and you're gonna get an extra. So monstrous treasure will put all of the monsters in the map into 36 strong boxes. You'll have 37 with this, and then with this one you're probably going to have 40 to 41 because you're going to be able to open them again. Nice thing about this is, well, you get a bunch of equipment that is corrupted. Corrupted items, of course, have a higher chance to drop 6 linked automatically. You see that sometimes people used to farm the Vol side areas either through putting the Zeri fragments into the map device, that kind of thing. And you can also look back to old, like MBX Extreme had a video I remember where he would go into maps with monstrous treasure at high item level and corrupt them and get the plus to levels and get a bunch of 6 links that way. You're going to be able to do this very naturally. So what you'll do is you'll just get some silver coins, or you'll just buy some monstrous treasures. You can also utilize this with other mechanics. Specifically, you can get the other prophecy bountiful traps, which will add 6 more. If they're cheap, you can buy those as well. You can use the Zana mod, which is going to be 3 chaos. I'm not sure if it's going to be worth putting 3 chaos to just have 4 strong boxes plus any additional ones that might have spawned in the area. Might not be worth it, but perhaps it would be early on in the league, it's hard to say. And then of course there are strongbox scarabs as well. So that's, I think, going to be one way to very nicely and very easily make it up. Monstrous treasure is going to be where it's at though. And yeah, if you can get monstrous treasures early on with just these 2 points, that's the best part. Only takes 2 points to get to this point. You can do it as soon as you unlock these 2 points in Glenack Cairns, and you can be on your way. Start getting those 6 links in the first week or so, maybe first 3, 4, 5 days. 6 links are worth a decent amount of currency. Even later on, they're worth divine orbs. So if you need some divines, this is nice too, or if you want to stock divines to sell if they go up in price. The next one I have is maybe a little bit more investment. First of all, it is going to be 3 points. Second of all, you're actually going to have to reach the latter part of the game. You're going to have to unlock all of Zana's mods. Zana does offer Legion. I mentioned that earlier as one of her craftable mods on maps this season, and it is for 6 chaos. However, with this strategy, you'll very likely make back way more than that during the for your investment. You'll have a much better return on investment than you may think, and that is with the whole tree here in New Vestir. So first of all, we have high value targets. This one's a little less necessary than the other two, but its legions in area contain 3 additional sergeants. Legion sergeants in area always have rewards. This is going to be really nice. You'll have a lot more sergeants. They'll all have rewards. You're going to get some good stuff. You're going to get all sorts of things through that. And then each legion and areas contain additional warhorde. Once again, really nice. Warhordes tend to drop a lot of splinters. They're pretty good, but the main reason you're getting it is with emblematic. With Emblematic, timeless splinters dropped by Legion monsters in the area have a 1% chance to drop as timeless emblems instead. So you're going to craft on your Legion, you're going to get some guaranteed rewards, really nice, some guaranteed extra rewards. Maybe you want to go on with your like second character, like a Tornado Shot character or Vol Arc or Vol Ice Nova, something like that, something that clears Legions incredibly quickly. You pop your map in, you pay 6 chaos, you get in there with your guaranteed Legions, or you can do it with Scarabs once again. And yeah, you're going to be hopefully getting every couple maps at least, on top of the splinters and extra rewards, an extra emblem. And emblems tend to be pretty valuable, especially kind of earlier on. Maybe wait a little bit before you start selling them so they have time to like ramp up and people start wanting to run the 5 Legion encounters. If your build is capable of doing that, I'd recommend doing that as well so you can unlock your 5-slot map device. But yeah, you can get those extra emblems and make a good amount of currency. Probably kind of a second character type thing. You can still do it pretty early on in the league, and this one will probably retain its value throughout the entire league, unlike the Strongbox strategy, which will be more focused directly towards early league. Alright, the last one I have is actually a little bit more conditional than the other two, but I think it's pretty interesting, and if you can get on it really early on, it would be pretty nice, and you're going to use it in combination. So basically, the one we're actually going to be using is in Turn's End, but we're going to be using it in conjunction with Lyra Thane here. So we're going to be starting off using Animal Companion, which makes it so areas have a 10% chance to grant an additional Einhar mission on completion. We're going to grind Lyra Arthane. We're going to get a lot of Einhar missions stocked up, the more the merrier. You're going to want like probably at least 20, but definitely more than that if you can, maybe 20, 50. Just spam map after map until you just get a huge stock of Einhar missions. And then we're going to go back over here to the Tyrn's End once you have all those missions stacked up, and you're going to start running those missions. And with the missions, you're going to get Great Migration here. Einhar missions in areas have a 5% chance to replace all monsters with beasts. That's a lot of red beasts, especially considering, or that's just a lot of beasts in general. So I'm assuming that means capturable Einhar beasts. I could be wrong, but I believe that's the only thing that kind of makes sense in this context. And then you have Big Game, which means red beasts in areas have a 15% chance to appear in pairs, and yellow beasts in the area have a 30% chance to be replaced with red beasts. So 5% chance is about 1 in 20. So about 1 out of your 20 Einhar missions are going to contain a map that is just a whole lot of red beasts, and those red beasts are going to be sellable, and they're very valuable. A lot of people are looking for the unique beast items early on. A lot of people are looking for specific beast crafts, and you can sell those. You go onto PoE Ninja, you look up which beasts are selling, you find which ones you have, you put them in your little capture sphere, and you trade them off, and they can be worth a whole lot of currency in the beginning. People are really looking for those items very early on, and you can make a ton of money this way, but you do have to kind of stack it up, but it is fairly low barrier to entry. You can start doing this right away, and basically as soon as you start unlocking these points for mapping, so 2 points in Turn's End, and then the 1 point in Lyra Arthane, once you have that going, just grind Lyra Arthane until you have your abundance of Einhar missions and get to it. So that is going to be my last of 3 early game money making tips. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you're planning to do to make some currency in the beginning of the league in the comment section below. This has been Ryan from Behind Eyes Gaming. I hope you enjoy your league start, and I will see you next time. Bye.